New York City was the capital of the world this week. Leaders came from around the globe for the opening of the UN General Assembly.
Writers' bloc, the WGA strike is in its 5th month. Another solidarity protest took place in Midtown Manhattan this week.
Models and designers paraded their latest creations during New York Fashion Week. We go behind the scenes of this iconic event.
From our studios in Battery Park, this is NYFA News.
Hello and welcome to NYFA News. I am Aray Kanapieva.
And I am Razia Drasbaeva. We'll have those stories and more. But first, Jigir Sarsen has the headlines from around the world.
Azerbaijan and ethnic Armenians in the breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh have declared a ceasefire 24 hours after Azerbaijan launched a military offensive. Under the agreement, ethnic Armenian forces in Nagorno-Karabakh will be disbanded and completely disarmed. The territory is recognized internationally as part of Azerbaijan, but large areas of it have been controlled by ethnic Armenians for 3 decades. Violent tornado sends debris flying across eastern Chinese city. A powerful tornado has ripped through the city of Sichuan in eastern China, leaving a trail of destruction. Footage of the aftermath shows power lines on fire and cars overturned. Hundreds of people were temporarily relocated because of the tornado, and at least 5 people are known to have died. Journalists were invited to film tests of what some believe to be alien bodies from UFO. The tests were carried out by forensic doctor with the Navy. Last week, Mexico held its first ever congressional hearing on the subject of UFOs, where UFO enthusiast and journalist Jaime Maussan produced 2 artifacts he claimed amounted to evidence of non-human life. His appearance quickly went viral online, fueling conspiracy theories and also drawing some ridicule. No results of the tests have yet been revealed.
The 78th session of the UN General Assembly began this week at the headquarters of the United Nations in New York. It was attended by leaders from around the world, including President Biden. The theme of this year's session is restoring trust and renewing global solidarity for the goals of peace, prosperity, progress and sustainability for all. But Secretary General Antonio Guterres said the first action had to be to combat hunger.
In our world of plenty, hunger is a shocking stain on humanity and an epic human rights violation. It is an indictment of every one of us that millions of people are starving in this day and age.
President Biden took the opportunity to focus attention on the landlocked Central Asian countries of the former Soviet Union, including Kazakhstan.
We must strengthen our international cooperation on technical support, scientific research, and risk assessment under the United Nations leadership. The Sustainable Development Goals represent the path to a better world for all.
Qasım-Jomart Toqayev also held a meeting with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and emphasized that Kazakhstan attaches great importance to strengthening bilateral relations with Iran as a strategic partner in the Caspian Sea region.
Last year, we marked the 30th anniversary of establishing of diplomatic relations between both states. Last April, my Prime Minister visited Tehran and his talks in your capital were very much successful. We have reached a very useful agreement in the visa procedure issue as well as other areas concerning the B2B or P2P issues have been successfully solved.
At the Sustainable Development Goals Summit in New York, part of the UN General Assembly's high-level week, world leaders adopted a political declaration underscoring their collective commitment to building a stable, inclusive and prosperous world by 2030. Also addressing the delegates this week was Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. He asked for continued help in the war with Russia. Zelensky will be going to Washington for meetings with President Biden and other officials this week.
The Writers' Guild strike continues to disrupt the entertainment industry. It is now in its 5th month with no end in sight. Jumagali Isenbek went to solidarity protest for the union here in New York and has this report.
The Writers Guild of America strike has been going on since May in New York City. In recent days, members of other industries have expressed their support as well.
About 300 protesters gathered in Midtown Manhattan last week to show their support to the WGA striking writers. Screenwriter Terry George says it's a dispute they absolutely must win.
I'm a 30-year member of the Writers Guild East. I'm supporting this strike because it's vital that we win this. This is the most important strike of my lifetime.
The two most important demands of the unions are fair wages and regulating the use of artificial intelligence. According to SAG-AFTRA, 87% of the union's members earn less than $26,000 a year. Comedian, actor, and the voice-over artist Louis Edwards says that getting better pay is essential, especially in this economy.
The wages suck. We need better, especially with this economy. We need better respect. We're not just dolls. We're actors. We're human beings.
Will human beings be replaced by AI-generated image in the near future? That's another key point that protesters are not ready to compromise on. And whereas writers do not demand a complete ban of AI, they say they need guarantees that they won't lose jobs because of the technology.
AI can be a good tool if it's used in the right hands, the proper hands. But if it's used wrong, then it can destroy all of us.
So far, all talks between the studios and the unions were unsuccessful. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers said in a statement last week that they had reached out to the WGA and the two sides agreed to resume negotiations this week. Jumagali Isenbek for NYFA News.
There is just something about New York Fashion Week that makes the city even more electric. Maybe it's the buzzing whispers about the hottest ticket in town, street photographers flashing cameras, or the sound of clicking heels from the best-dressed people you have ever seen. Dinara Kunafina reports.
New York Fashion Week is actually 2 weeks, once in the spring and once in the fall. This year, the Autumn Week ran from September 8 through September 13. The purpose is to give designers a chance to display their collections. Perhaps one of the most exciting participants, and some may say unexpected, is also one of the biggest names in fashion. Medina Sahtaganova's brand conquered the runway of New York for the first time.
It's a big honor for me because I am from Kazakhstan too, and I'm super excited because wearing this dress is just, it makes you feel beautiful, it makes you shine, it shows your beautiful light from inside out.
This brand has become especially important to consumers for its timeless Kazakh style that has stayed consistent over the years, making this return to the runway thrilling for many people.
First of all, I want to say that I'm very glad to be here, and today is my first New York Fashion Week. My impressions are very cool. At the very least, New York Fashion Week always says a lot. I'm especially happy for our Kazakh designers. This is an insanely big achievement.
71 designers are on the roster this year. Traditionally, New York Fashion Week serves as a streamlined way for designers to showcase their creation via presentation, and the runway shows to bus store buyers and fashion journalists. Dinara Kunafina for NYFA News.
Fashion shows such as New York Fashion Week are a chance for young designers from all over the world to show their creations. Жанна Алдабергенова got a special backstage tour of one such designer's work.
These designers who are coming out to New York Fashion Week this first time are the most excited. This is their first world podium. Work was in full swing behind the scenes as models applied makeup and got ready for the runway, while designers and assistants prepared outfits.
Slowly fold and after details. Okay.
The Fashion Week shows featured outfits by Indian designers. As usual, there was excitement and intense preparation as the models got ready to exhibit their outfits. Such events provide a great opportunity for young designers to become famous in this field. Behind the scenes, we met journalist and producer Prince Mario Max Chamber, who is on jury for the Emmy Awards.
Hello, I'm so excited. We are starting the show in just a few minutes. We are here backstage at New York Fashion Week. The best designers, Prashant Goyal and his colleagues came together. We're having an amazing show. So this is such a beautiful outfit. It's actually from the India Royal Heritage Collection. That's what the Maharajas of India and Bollywood wears. And now, first time in New York City. It's super exciting.
New York Fashion Week ended on September 13th, and of course this week the streets of New York were especially fashionable and sparkling. Жанна Алдабергенова, NYFA News.
Still ahead on NYFA News, a trip to the market, where to find food at good prices. It's a concern for everyone. We'll check out one place that might offer an edge.
And right back in time, New York's Transit Museum offers you a chance to time travel. Where can you get fresh fruit and vegetables in New York? How much do ripe fruit and vegetables cost in autumn? How do you buy fruit at any time of the day? Arayjin Dubayeva found some answers to these important questions.
Fresh fruit berry gives the human body a lot of vitamins. New Yorkers get organic fruit berry products from Key Food in most cases. However, there is a cheaper place to get delicious and fresh fruit berries. There are the night fruit and berry markets in New York.
Buying this is good. Vegetables, watermelon.
Abdullah Bakhredinov is one of the residents of New York. He returns home late every day from work. By midnight, although the retail outlets were closed, Abdullah could buy fruit and vegetables.
I will come every day, buy some vegetables. This is vegetables very good, very delicious. I will come every day after work, 2-3 a.m. That's good for me.
Vifadin is the seller in the night market. Vifadin is a very well selects the fruits and sells berries, and the buyers of delicious and fresh fruit berries are not interrupted either day or night.
Bizim tezgahımız 24 saat müşterilerimize açıktır.
Our shop is open to our customers 24 hours a day. Sometimes they come at 2 in the afternoon or 4 in the morning. I work 12 hours a day. From 7 at night to 7 in the morning, the products arrive and I put them away on the shelves.
As for the variety of fruit berries, for comparison, tomatoes if the pound is 99 cents in the night market, Key Food has $1.99 per pound. If potatoes are 99 cents in the night market, Key Food has $1.49. If apples are $1.50 in the night market, Key Food has $2.49. Night markets are open from spring to late autumn. Arayjin Dubayeva, Nurlan Nauruzaliyev, special for NYFA News.
Soft seats, leather handholds and the mechanical fans. The vintage trains are back. For only 2 days, New Yorkers have an opportunity to ride historic trains from the early 1900s. Jiger Sarsen knows how it feels riding old trains and is sharing his impression.
You can step back in time just with a swipe of a MetroCard. Historic trains return to the New York City subway stations.
The Parade of Trains is an event for history enthusiasts and transit fans. Attendees can sit on rattan seats, hold on to leather straps and handholds, and of course view vintage advertisements.
During the parade of trains, New Yorkers have an opportunity to catch a ride on 3 different vintage trains: R1, R9, and NNB standard train from the early 1900s. These trains run in 10 minutes intervals from Brighton Beach to Kings Highway in both directions. The annual event is organized by New York Transit Museum.
This year we have 3 trains, one from the 1930s, one from the 19-teens, and one from the turn of the 20th century. Yes, there's a lot of nostalgia. There are a lot of people who love the older models of train, wish that they could come back, you know. But you step inside our trains and you go back in time. They're time capsules. And so I think it's an opportunity just to, you know, lose yourself for a moment in time, you know. But yeah, compared to new trains, it's really interesting.
While the subway system has different challenges, overall service today is better than it was many years ago. But some passengers say the vintage trains are more comfortable.
So the older trains have better seats, the newer trains have worse seats because it's all like solid. I like the leather ones better. The trains are cool.
I had a great time on the parade of trains. It was a great experience to ride something so like antique.
MTA retired worker Clarence Raleigh was feeling nostalgic today. He also collects old train models and knows the history of each train by heart.
Well, this is an old-scale model of the old IND cars, which we're in right now. But these R129s were made 1930 to 1940. They ran for 45 and a half years, 1931 to 1977. And the wooden BRT gate cars, BMT, they started in 1903. And they ran until 1958. Then the Q cars replaced them, you know, from 1958 to 1969.
Eddie Abro came to the parade of trains wearing an appropriate attire. He attracted the attention of the other fellow riders. With Eddie's help, it feels like you are stepping back into 1930s.
No, I've been doing this for about 6 years. And the one thing that many people even notice, especially for those who have never even rode a vintage subway car before, with the exception of the Holly Nostalgia Rides, because it's a wonderful event that us vintage and rail enthusiasts do every year. You enjoy them, but at the same time, meet a lot of people along the way who have the same kind of hobby.
If you missed the parade of trains this year, don't worry. The annual event will be back in September 2024. I'm Jiger Sarsen, NYFA News.
Last Saturday, a Dragon Festival took place in Manhattan. It is the city's first and largest outdoor Chinese cuisine and a culture festival. Visitors had a chance to taste over 100 varieties of traditional, popular and rare Chinese dishes. Ashat Kingisala took part in the party.
Today in New York City held an annual outdoor Chinese food and cultural festival. There were excellent activities, tastings and market fairs that showcases the vibrant food, art and cultural traditions from China. It is a cultural platform that connects people of New York to Chinese restaurants, food vendors, artists and local communities.
The festival, which showcases traditional Chinese dishes, souvenirs, and jewelry, is held in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan. It draws great interest from New Yorkers and tourists alike. Joe Hui Zhou is a volunteer at the event.
I'm the volunteer over here, so I just got here today. So I think it's an interesting event for me to attend. As you can see, over here, the whole street was full of people, and it's hard to count, but it's so many people come here today.
Once again, we were convinced that the traditional Chinese food is very popular in New York City. Guests at the festival come from various ethnic backgrounds. Most people we spoke with said that eating Chinese food is fun. One of them is Excel Wood from Connecticut.
It's a celebration of different types of food from regions of China and here in New York. I lived in China for 5 years and I miss eating Chinese food on a regular basis, so very happy to be here and eat favorite foods of mine.
If you miss it this year, the party will resume again next September. Reporting from Manhattan for NYFA News, this is Ashat Sadibekov.
Alright, I know one of your favorite places in New York City is Dumbo. And for me, it's Central Park, where I love to go with my son. And the last weekend was no exception. The Central Park in early autumn is something incredible. And I am so excited to share these amazing shots with you and the audience.
Great. Let's see them. Razia Adresbayeva is taking us to one of New York City's iconic green spaces, Central Park.
I come to Central Park because it's the biggest park in the city. It's beautiful and fun and relaxing and a great escape out of the city. I love Central Park. You love it? I love Central Park.
In early autumn, Central Park bursts with vibrant greens, reds, yellows and oranges as the trees shed their summer leaves. Families, couples and the solo travelers stroll along the tree-lined paths, stopping to admire the beautiful views and creating lasting memories in this urban oasis.
Yeah, Central Park in the fall is great. Feels like an oasis from the city. I like that you never know what you're going to find, like right now, getting interviewed.
I love going here with my friends after school and playing in the park. My favorite season to come here is probably fall because the landscape is so pretty and it's just super nice.
Autumn in Central Park is such a delightful time, especially for families. It's a season of picnics, relaxation and a host of fun activities for children. Families and friends gather on the great lawn, laying out their cozy blankets and savoring the crisp, refreshing breeze. Children are not left out of the excitement either.
It's like an amazing place to be. Whatever and wherever, this place is humongous actually. It's amazing. I love coming here in the fall because there are all those pretty leaves that you can walk around in. I love coming here with my friends because you can play with them everywhere in the park and it's so beautiful. I really love coming here all the time, mostly every day to come to the playground. My favorite season coming here is fall because I really love how all the leaves are around.
But it's not all about tranquility. Central Park offers numerous recreational opportunities. Cyclists and the joggers take to the park's many trails, while children laugh and play on the playgrounds.
I also like coming here in the winter because I like going to the ice skating rink and doing ice skating with all my friends.
My favorite season to be in Central Park is like almost every season, but summer it gets really hot. I love winter because you get to go snowing, it snows, and then it's just really fun.
We love Central Park!
As the days get shorter and it gets cooler, Central Park in early autumn is a favorite spot for both New Yorkers and the tourists. Whether you want to enjoy nature, have a meal with loved ones, do outdoor activities or soak in the city's culture, Central Park has it all. If you haven't been yet, don't miss the chance to experience the magic of early autumn right here in the heart of New York City's Central Park. It was such a great time.
Children are just adorable and Central Park in early fall is so magnificent. Thank you for sharing this amazing experience with us. Still ahead on NYFA News, some more autumn fun in New York. There was food, plenty of food and other delights at a picnic featuring the culture of Kazakhstan. We will take you there.
And more food and fun down in Little Italy for the San Gennaro Festa Italiana when we come back. This past summer, a conference was held in New York dedicated to the Kazakh political movement Alash Orda and one of its leaders, Mustafa Shokay. The event was attended by scholars from Kazakhstan, Turkey, the United States, France, Germany and Russia. Correspondent Nurlan Naurzaliyev explains what it was all about.
Altta yürüp, yel gaygısını oylap, Avrupa'nın her tarafında yürüdüm. Bugün Türkiye'de turgan, Türkistan yaşları, birleşin de, senlerin birliklerin, senlerin birbirine koşulların yelimizin bahtına hizmet etti. Bunu unutmayın.
Mustafa Shokay was one of the most prominent figures of Alaşorda ideology. The purpose of the conference is to introduce and promote the work of Alash thinkers to English-speaking audience. The state of Alash was created at the beginning of the 20th century for the independence of the Kazakh people. Alaşorda was a Kazakh provisional government that was founded in 1917 by Kazakh elites. The main goal of the party was to fight against Russian Empire colonialism and to obtain Kazakh independence. But after the Bolsheviks took over the Russian government, Alaşorda was prohibited and disbanded.
We know from history French figure Charles de Gaulle had a very significant idea, Greater Europe, which is extending from Atlantic to the Urals. Similarly, Mustafa Shokay had a very extraordinary idea of Great Turkestan, which is starting from Urals to the Altai Mountains. This great idea, Turkestan, played a very significant role not only in Central Asia but also in whole Turkey world.
Participating scholars share research on life and work of Alash political figures. Shokay Center, which is a part of Korkut Ata University in Kızıl Orda, donated books about Alash autonomy and its history.
After attending this event, I had a more deeper understanding of Alash. Alash is very important for every Kazakh, and after listening to the research results of researchers all across the world from Germany, France, US, Russia and Kazakhstan, I understand that every Kazakh should know its history and treasure the independence. At the same time, we should work hard, study more knowledge, and contribute to the prosperity of Kazakh and the development of Kazakhstan.
The conference was organized by the United Alash Foundation in America. The intention is to continue studying archival materials and to organize different cultural events dedicated to Alaşorda. Nurlan Naurzaliyev, Aray Jundubayeva, especially for NYFA News.
The auto industry is undergoing rapid change, much of which has to do with the move toward electric and hybrid engines. Now, an inventor from Kazakhstan says he has developed a powerful new electric engine that is better than anything else out there. Gulvira Bigaliyeva has the details.
Almat Salgarin, who moved from Kazakhstan 4 years ago, invited a powerful motor, but despite his talent, Almat couldn't work on his project in his native country. The inventor didn't have financial support neither from government nor from private sources.
Almat Salgarin has been living in Miami for years. He works as an engineer in an advertising company and his free time. He keeps working on his invention. His motor is very powerful yet quiet.
This is our engine. I hope it's several times better than the Tesla engine. It works in generator mode. The rotation is 60 Hz. You can see on the screen that we want to achieve the generator gave out high quality current.
оборот это примерно соответствует это вот то, что мы хотим сейчас пытаемся добиться.
The inventor says that his motor can be used in any car or weapon. It's high-powered, small and sensitive. It signals and warns the driver of any danger ahead, thus preventing road accidents.
Let me show you the inside of the motor. Unlike the motor we are using, the rotor is outside. We are testing. If everything is fine with one transformer, we put 6 pieces.
Almat applied for grant, hoping that it will help him to introduce his motor to the American car industry.
It turns out that Miami itself allocates $153 million a year to the inventors. You cannot return. It turns out that one inventor is given that grant of up to $100,000. I'm waiting for that now.
Almat wants his engine to be a part of American cars. If his motor finds support in the industry, he could challenge Elon Musk. Gulvira Bigaleva, NYFA News.
The people of Kazakhstan are not just creative scientifically, but also culturally, and they celebrate that culture together, as with the annual Kazakh affair held at Manhattan Beach in Brooklyn.
Today, we came to Manhattan Beach as we see a Kazakh party taking place here. Such events are held often so as not to forget traditions and friendliness. Such gathering among fellow countrymen give you the feeling of being in your homeland.
There are about 70 people who have come to enjoy the festivities today. It is an opportunity to share traditional foods and entertainment, including that of Sania Erzat, a singer and movie actress. She performed old Kazakh songs and also played traditional instruments such as the dombra and shangobaz.
My husband also actor. We are moved to New York just 5 months. Now I'm studying English at Zoni Language Center. Today, Kazakh community in New York are having picnic. We came here with our children. We are very happy to meet so many Kazakh people. We hope that our children will not forget their own language and traditions. I think so. New York is the cultural capital of the whole world.
Also here are parents and their young children participating in a ritual called Sokiser. This little girl has her legs tied as a way to teach her to walk without falling. On the ground in front of her is a pen and a traditional musical instrument. Depending on which one she chooses, it is thought she will be either a writer or musician. Shapanjabu is another tradition. It is a presentation of a robe to a visitor or guest. This 90-year-old woman participated in a ritual called Bataberu. It is a sign of respect for the oldest among the population. After that, everyone dances and plays. Norbek Nurjan for NYFA News.
Get ready to eat your heart out at the Feast of All Feasts because you can only experience this event once a year. The 11-day Feast of San Gennaro started on September 14th, driving a lively, hungry crowd to Manhattan's Little Italy.
The celebration is New York City's largest and the longest running Italian festival that celebrates Italian culture and food with the religious processions, parades, and the live music among other festivities.
So I think this festival is amazing. I mean, this is my first time here, and the food's great, people are great, the vibes are immaculate, and it's, yeah, great time. I had some pizza, some sausage and peppers, best sausage and peppers. What's the place? Johnny Fatoli's sausage and peppers.
The annual Feast of San Gennaro 2023 is set in Little Italy, celebrating Italia with Italian food and free entertainment.
The event is especially important for all Americans with an Italian background. Little Italy's Mulberry Street is where the first Italian immigrants settled in New York. In 1926, they decided to organize a feast to honor their patron saint from Naples, and so the Feast of San Gennaro in Little Italy was born. The festival's duration of exactly 11 days is no coincidence. It was chosen because Little Italy consists of 11 blocks.
People flock annually to Little Italy to celebrate Italian heritage and to feast on some of the best Italian cuisine the city has to offer. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Don't miss out on some amazing food and special music performances.
I love it. The energy is like so awesome. It's so authentic. And I love how much people get together here. It's awesome. This is my second time coming here. I came last year and I loved it so much.
Expect streets, celebrity guest appearances, music from Vic Di Beretta, the Gigolo Band, Javier Marching Band and more. Plus get a peek at the official statue of San Gennaro. Among other events, the audience can enjoy various music shows that are held in the evenings, tastes of traditional Italian food, and a unique atmosphere.
We are lucky today to be in the San Gennaro Festival. Actually, it's the biggest and the most amazing festival for the Italian community, not only them. San Gennaro is a saint that the Italian people absolutely adore and admire. And you have the best food, the best cannolis, the best Italian food. And yeah, it's just amazing to be here. And I'm really happy to be here with you.
Жұлдыз Аймашева, Асхат Кенесұлы, Жұмағали Есімбек, NYFA News.
That's it for this edition of NYFA News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aray Kanapyaeva.
I am Razia Drызбаева. We'll see you next time.